Welcome to the new lecture of our series on data mining and data warehousing. Today we are going to discuss decision tree along with the algorithms like ID3, CART and C4.5. So let's begin with our lecture. So what is decision tree? Before going to the decision tree, we will like to revise supervised learning and unsupervised learning, which we have studied in our previous lecture. So supervised learning was that learning in which we have the class label along with the attributes, while the unsupervised learning didn't have the class attributes or decision variables. So example of supervised learning was our classification, and for unsupervised learning was clustering. Then we in the previous lecture we discussed classification and numeric prediction. So classification was the basically the process of assigning class labels to the attributes, whereas numeric prediction was related to only predicting the numeric value of the attribute based on the attributes. So we have discussed in the previous lecture that classification basically is a two-step process. In the first step there is model construction, and then in the second step there is model usage. The model construction process consists of further steps like first we collect the training data and we apply the training data on the classification algorithm, which basically helps in developing our classifier. Once we have developed the classifier, we can use the model. And for that, what we do is we apply testing data on the classifier and we get the results. And after the accuracy measure is passed, then we can apply our classifier on the unseen data. So algorithm for decision tree induction now we are going to study. Before that, decision tree is a tree which forms it based on the attributes and predicts whether a particular attribute set must belong to a particular category or to some other category. So decision tree is basically used in making a decision or assigning a class label based on the values of the attributes. So algorithm for decision tree induction, firstly it's the basic algorithm is a greedy algorithm in which the tree is constructed in top-down recursive manner via divide and conquer technique. So at the beginning, when we start, all the training data or examples are at the root level. Then what we are able to do is we are firstly trying to convert all the attributes into categorical attributes. Basically the continuous attributes are converted into categorical attributes. Then what we do is we test attributes for on the basis of some heuristic function as a to select them as a measure of partition. Then what we do is the training data is partitioned recursively based on the selected attributes. So now it's a recursive process, but there should be some halting step. And what is that? The we have basically three conditions on which we stop partitioning. First, when all the samples of a given node belong to the same class, then we need to stop the classification because they all belong to same class. Secondly, if there are no remaining attributes for further partitioning, we apply majority voting, and then we classify the leaf. Thirdly, there are no samples left. In our second condition in which majority voting is applied, it is like 7 says that the condition should be yes and 3 says the condition is no. Then we go turn the leaf into yes and make all the decisions to be yes. So this is the example which we are taking for our decision tree induction. Here we have attributes like age, income, student, credit rating, and our basic class label is whether he buys a computer or not. So buys computer is our decision variable, which is based on the attributes like age, income, student, credit rating. So first we'll talk about ID3, which forms its basis on gain. What it essentially takes into account is entropy. Here entropy refers to measure of uncertainty associated with a random variable. The formula for calculating info of the dataset is equal to minus summation 1 to m pi log to the base 2 pi, which is expected in info. Higher the entropy is, it suggests there is highest uncertainty in our data, and lower entropy suggests there is lower entropy in our data. So info a t, if it of a is basically an attribute, is equal to summation of from all the split points j equal to 1 to v dj upon d into info dj, where dj is basically our partition of the dataset. So how we calculate information gain? So for a particular attribute, gain is calculated by subtracting information of the attribute on D from info D. Let's take the example of biased computer. So if we calculate on biased computer, there are 9 cases in which a person biased computer. So what information we are getting from uh, biased computer is equal to, if you can look at the figure and calculate yourself, you will be getting 0.940. And while if you take consider in age as a parameter, you will find there is 3 category of age. When we converted age into a categorical variable, so basically 3, which is less than 30, 31 to 40, and greater than 40. So less than 30 are, we have 5 cases in which 2 are on one side and 3 are on one side, and on 31 to 40 we have all the cases on biased computer side. So this way we calculate it and we will get the value 0.694. Fine. So we calculated info of age. Now we will calculate the gain. Gain of age is equal to 0.246, and similarly this we got from subtracting the value of info d from our value of info age, which is equal to 0.940. Info d we calculated from biased computer, and info age is 0.694, which is equal to 0.246. Similarly, what we did, we calculated gain for income, student, and credit rating. I would like you to calculate these and verify it. So we got all these values, and what our algorithm ID3 does is it selects the gain with the largest value and corresponding attribute for split. So here in our this case, what we have chosen for splitting is our age variable. So this completes our ID3 algorithm. Now we are going to talk about C4.5. So C4.5 is basically a successor of ID3, and as we know, information gain is biased towards the attribute with large number of values. What we did is we calculated gain ratio for our C4.5. So for gain ratio we needed split info and gain. So split info is basically our dj summation of dj upon d log to the base 2 dj upon d. And so if you want to calculate split info of income, so income we have 3 categories. If you look, there is high, there is low, and there is medium. So high we have 4 cases. So split info of high will be like minus 4 to the power 14 log base of 4 to the power 14. Medium we have 6 cases, which is equal to minus 6 to the power 6 divided by 14 into log 2 6 divided by 14, and minus 4 by 14 log 4 of 4 by 14 for our low group. So which is equal to 1.557. Now we are going to, when we are going to calculate gain ratio, we will be simply dividing gain of A upon split info of A. So when we talk about income, our gain for income was 0.029, and split info we calculated as 1.557, which gives us the value 0.019. So this value we received on our gain ratio. And what we choose for a particular attribute to be selected at the top level is max gain ratio attribute is selected. Similar in case where ID3 was selecting gain maximum gain, here we are selecting maximum gain ratio. Fine with that. Now we are going to come on our third algorithm, which is basically CART. CART basically relies on a heuristic feature Gini. So if a dataset D contains n classes, Gini index Gini D is defined as 1 minus summation I equal to 1 to n. N are basically the number of classes and pi square. So if a dataset D is split on A into two datasets D1 and D2, then Gini index is defined as a Gini A D equal to D1 upon D Gini D1 plus G2 upon D Gini G2. So what we need to calculate is we need to calculate the reduction in impurity, which is given by delta Gini A, which is equal to Gini D minus Gini A D. And here we select the largest reduction in impurity. Okay, basically what we need to identify is we need to identify which attributes gives us maximum delta Gini. Okay, so this is an assignment given to you that you need to develop a decision tree using CART algorithm. Kindly submit your assignment on my mail ID, which I'll be providing to you. So in case of any query, you can mail me at utsav@gwca.ac.in, and you need to submit the assignment on the same. Till then, take care of yourself and be safe at home. Thanks a lot.